Mostert. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
on second down, Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Rams 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing, but I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Now 3rd and 8.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play that time for the Rams. 51 yards.
1st goal at the 5-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Will throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To the air again, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jason Bryant. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Gain of 31 yards. And a 49er first down.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Terrell Burgess on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Rams.
This is Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Jalen Ramsey brought him down. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Michael Brockers in on the stop.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
At the 19-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This is Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They hand it off to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mostert, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 8-yard line.
They'll run the toss to Mostert. What's up? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
His third interception. Picked off at the 17.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's got his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded in the end zone. Here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, San Francisco.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup. Right around 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Mostert, and he drops the ball. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 21-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
the Rams' 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Terrence Snow. Into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Chandler Catanzaro lining up.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
5-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll get this with the cup complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 20.
From the gun, Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. This to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Throwing again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 7-yard line.
They run the option on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confidence.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Tarvarius Moore. And you'd have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get
through an opening, and there he goes. 30. 10.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a problem.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. 52 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after now from Catanzaro. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 42, Rams 10. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a run now with Kittle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Hall. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Intended target was Cam Akers. And now it's second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Herbert. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The gun, Herbert. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Niners 49, Rams 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll be out right at the 35. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
Here's Mostert. Shreds the tackle. And he's got some space here. The 30, 10, 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 56, Rams 24. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.